Today we're reacting to Muslim subreddits. Now basically I've been wondering how to make some of this marriage content, but the truth is the content was all there for me. By the way, I do want it to be known though that not all of this stuff is legit. Like some of these stories are completely made up, but we're gonna pretend that they're all real. You ready? Okay. We copied the West's marriage timeline, but we forgot they allow zina while we suffer in silence. In the West, it's totally okay for young adults and teenagers to have girlfriends or boyfriends, be physically and emotionally intimate, and even cohabitate all without marriage. But they're still urged to postpone marriage until they're financially secure in their late 20s or 30s. Now, what's heartbreaking is that many Muslims have adopted this same mindset. The only difference is that in our case, falling into haram isn't normalized, it eats away at the soul. Allah has clearly warned us against zina. It destroys families, dishonors the soul, and distances us from Him. And yet, instead of following Islam's solution of early halal marriage, we're told, wait until you're earning 6 figures, buy a house first, or you're not ready. What happened to the way things used to be? A young man would marry early and his family would provide for the couple until he established himself. It was a matter of purity, partnership, and reliance on Allah's provision. But now, early marriage is reckless. A man who wishes to guard his chastity is ridiculed and instructed to man up and earn first. We emulate the West timeline of money without knowing we don't have their free pass for haram relationships. How is this just? We're held to the same standards with none of the leeway. And then we wonder why so many young people are suffering in silence. Let's stop turning marriage into something more difficult than zina. Let's promote halal and not haram. Let's return to the deen, not the dunya. Sick post. Shout out to this guy. There's a few things, to be honest, that I kind of disagree with. Like, for example, he mentioned a young man would marry early and his family would provide for the couple until he established himself. That's not necessarily in every culture. Some cultures will do that, and it's great for that culture, but it doesn't really apply to every culture. I'm speaking English. I'm from the UK, so that's the West, right? It's a melting pot of different cultures, especially in big cities like London. So I can't strictly apply Pakistani culture because we're not in Pakistan. I can't strictly apply British culture because not all of it is Islamic. So it's kind of like it's a mixed bag on that one. The next thing is where it says, we emulate the West timeline of money without having their free pass for haram relationships. They don't really have a free pass. They're just sinning. So like when the day of judgment comes, they'll still be liable for that. It's just, they have the mental free. They think they can do it. And the next thing I was going to say is that having money is a baseline requirement. And it's not a baseline requirement because you have to earn 6 figures or buy a house. That's not the reason. It's because you need to be able to provide for yourself and your family. The expectation that someone else is going to be accountable or responsible for your family now, that's a bit unreasonable. Before you're married, you are a part of someone else's family. That's your dad's. Your dad and your mom, that's their family. You're their children. You're a part of a different set. Then when you branch off, you've now started your own family. You and your wife, you are responsible for your family.